I declare the meeting open, and I'll start by calling for apologies. I know that we had Jason Goldsworthy as an apology. Family illness swept through, kith and kin, so nobody else. All right.
Neville.
Do we have a mover?
Neville's not here.
Oh, Neville, sorry. So we'll capture those two. Okay. Councillor Blackie, move, seconder. Councillor Cairns, all those in favour? Carried. Okay. Those two. Conflicts of interests. Do we have any to report? No, appears to be none. Right. So we can move on. Thank you. Confirmation of minutes of the meeting of the District Planning and Regulation Committee, Tuesday 16th of April 2024. Know whether we had, we'll move to matters arising after any commentary. We hope you've had a chance to look through those minutes. Yeah.
I'll move.
I have them, yeah, all right. Cool. We move that we accept those minutes. With Councillor Blackie, we have a seconder there. Councillor Cairns, very active in that corner, thank you. All those in favour? Against? Carried. Thank you. Deputations, we have nil or none. Reports, we have nil. Correspondence, we have nil. So they're racing along. With portfolio updates, district planning, been very fixed on assumptions of the chair, so I haven't given too much thought to the general landscape, but I have had portfolio briefings. I think probably the main item for me is that we're in the midst of the district planning process. Hearing seems to be proceeding well. And we've had regular, I do appreciate regular updates from staff, who've been working and colleagues, very valuable, and information on timing of stream hearings. So it's a critical point. We've still got some months to run before we're in the decision making phase for the district. So that's good. I did have some feedback, from the consents team. I think that fair to say that the residential housing market and demand for consents is it's slightly subdued. It has been much stronger in the past. I think feedback from Indy was that they're managing it, and but yeah, you can see that there's a tight market out there, and that people are obviously conscious of their costs and what projects they undertake. A couple of items I can mention probably as far as district resource consent applications go. Should note that in the solar farms here, Doncaster Road is out at West End has been improved. That's a very strong rural area. Neighbours were supportive of that, and by comparison, well not by comparison, it's the same solar fields. Dyken is still just waiting more information, and it is something that I actually I've discussed with Kelly just before. So I think it's a field of strong interest for us. That we can perhaps inform ourselves more about what the solar farm market is like. Pros and cons, but also just got to be careful that we don't get here with the winning consent process. So it's a bit of a balancing act. That's probably the major areas of interest for me. So if we move on, I see we don't have a report from Councillor Goldsworthy. I think he will supply one, unless I caught up with my emails. No. So, Councillor Cairns, business promotion and town centres. What have you?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've already sent through my report, but I'll just highlight a few things. First of all, the skate jam event, which occurred in Kaiapoi over the weekend. That was extremely good turnout for there, and the community team were actually out there in force giving out sausages to all of the community. The next one is going to be in Oxford next weekend or this weekend, and then Rangiora. I raised the issue with regard to Pegasus, Wood End, Ravenswood are actually missing off the schedule in terms of having youth events in that part of the district, one of the fastest growing areas of the district. So we're going to try and, or hopefully the community team will be able to come up with some form of solution or creative solution with regard to youth events for particularly that side of the district. I've met with a whole pile of different people. I highlighted Nigel Cook. Nigel Cook is running monthly music events, and again, it's like everybody else, all of the promotions associations are all having issues with regard to funding, and that's one of the reasons why I met up with Nigel. All of his money, he doesn't make any money for himself, all of the money actually goes to the bands, and it's all through ticket sales. He also ran an extremely good event at Silver Stream Reserve, again with the Green Space team, like the trailer and all the sound system was all donated. So it's amazing as to what he can actually do with a very small amount of money. If we go down the list of other things that have been occurring, MKR TV program, which was My Kitchen Rules program, featured Lee Barrington and her son Luke. They came third in the competition, and they had a celebration last night, and a large crowd turned up in the middle of Kaiapoi at their cafe, which is called Out the Gate. So that was a celebration night last night. The previous chair raised the issue with town centre flags as to where we are with regard to town centre flags. We currently have 42 Kaiapoi flags, 20 Rangiora flags. Karaki Beach, there are 6. Again, we have a situation where the Wood End, Pegasus, Ravenswood have no flags at all, no town centre flags. So we're going to see as to how on earth we can fix that inequity. Currently, all of this is funded through targeted rates through businesses, so we'd need to probably consult, and I'll probably have to get a report, I'm assuming, Mr. Chair, back to this meeting with regard to working out, working through a consultation process with regard to whether or not the businesses are willing to actually fund flags for Ravenswood, Pegasus and Wood End. The other part is that the flags are due to change in a year's time, and this is our opportunity to have involvement from our local artists. Again, because we've got a local art strategy, potentially this is an opportunity for expressions of interest from local artists to come forward. So all the flags are exactly the same, whether it's Rangiora, Pegasus, Rangiora, Kaiapoi or Karaki, they just have different colours, and it's virtually the same flag for all of the towns. So we could actually get local artists from Rangiora to come up with different designs for the flags for Rangiora and specific for Kaiapoi as well. And sort of a bit of a funny at the end. To lighten up things, Kaiapoi River Queen has been having sellout sailings over the last few months, all throughout summertime. He claimed at a meeting last night that he's now getting a lot of dementia patients coming to him, and our dementia patients have an issue with regard to their memory. So they can normally, well certainly my mother-in-law could not remember 2 minutes ago. So what would happen now is that the River Queen have had feedback from dementia patients that have been turning up and going on a River Queen cruise in Kaiapoi, and they can remember it for days and days. So now the Kaiapoi River Queen is a cure-all for dementia. So I'd just like to put that out there.
Thank you, Councillor Hinton. I'm glad that you got into that joke. I was wondering where that was going to go.
It's fact.
Thank you. They're great. Well made. Any questions there? Yeah, Councillor Redmond.
This is actually a question for you, Mr. Chair. I didn't get an opportunity to ask you a question on your district planning report. You mentioned solar farms. Farm is probably a euphemistic word, I guess. Where do these actually sit in the district plan? It's sort of almost factory farming.
That's actually a question I've asked and just discussed. I think to view, I think we have consideration how we answer these questions and information gathering, regulation point of view. We can inform ourselves. Can you help us here?
I believe it's a permitted activity under the operative district plan. I need to check in on what the status is on the proposed district plan.
I just wondered if they were related to soil quality at all.
I do understand. I'm just taking some advice that actually there is a question of soil quality, that there's a hierarchy and a highly productive land actually would potentially trump the sometimes the water could be a prime consideration for whether it's detrimental to a solar farm. I don't know whether the two can sit together. There's a question, isn't it? You can continue grazing under solar farms. And that's one of the selling points for them. Grazing by myself.
Have to come back to provide something more specific on that. I can do that back through our next portfolio holder update.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Chair, can I add in just one more thing? Just in relation to Oxford.
Yes.
Oxford Promotions actually fund the flags for their own township and are not even included within the green space team in terms of how they manage the town centre plans. So that's those group of flags will have to be included in the review. Thank you.
Just a question back to you on your report, Councillor Kens. I think of technically youth engagement with these particular facilities, skate park, whether that's William, Pegasus, Ringborough, Oxford. Certainly in my council roles, it's sort of engaged with Ian Belton, she's doing a youth survey for Oxford. Do we have that sort of data, and do you think there's a value of compiling it before we commit to sort of like new skate parks and facilities? It's not a bit exciting.
The brief discussion I had with Emily, Mr. Chair, on Saturday during the Skate Jam event is that she's virtually taken off. This was an event that was normally organised through Y Youth, and subsequently they've taken it over. So I shall ask Emily as to whether or not she actually, during the time that she's giving away sausages in the weekend in Oxford, that this is an opportunity to gain some or gather information as to what other events the youth in the town. Because is that what you're asking?
Yes, it is an example in Oxford. I know that Pearson Dark Advisory we've considered the area behind the museum.
Yep.
In a recent report we also considered the area next to the gym and the swimming pool. So that's those are important considerations for the location.
I'll pass it on. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right. Very good. I think. Just a second. Right. Reports. I've just lost track of my report here. Second. Breath. Item number 8, matters referred from the Kaiwa Utility Community Board, proposed school bus stop facility near the Utility School. I'm coming forward to talk to that recommendation. Lorraine, thank you, welcome along. I'm just taking the lead here.
Today, thank you. So I'll keep it very brief. This report sets approval for a bus stop to be installed outside Tuahivi School. I'll largely take the report as read, but just did want to note Pete has been doing some observations, and there's 2 new bus services which have been added for the school, and observed 65 children hopping off the school bus in the morning, which is a great success that helps with the chaos around the school gate. So the proposal is for a restriction which has time limits at the start and end of the day. We're happy to take any questions.
No, we haven't done that. We have a mover for the recommendation.
I'll move, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, so Blakey to the seconder.
All right.
That's Keys. Thank you. Any discussion? Nothing.
Pretty much a no-brainer.
Right. Okay. All those in favour say aye. Against? None. Carried.
Thank you. Thank you, Joanne.
Very good. Looks like we've just to say we are. I don't need to introduce the William Street bus stop safety improvements. Fire away.
So just as a little bit of background for this one was raised due to some safety concerns with the bus having to stop across the access to the post shop and paper plus store, and people having to get in and out at the vehicle crossing. And the reason for this was cars parked hard at the northern end of the car park meant that the bus stop wasn't long enough to accommodate the pull-in and park area. So what we have recommended is a length of no stopping be installed to allow the manoeuvring for the access into the bus stop. Pete has been and spoken to the optometrist and the hairdressers, which are immediately adjacent. We also had a look at another option, which was to shift the bus stop slightly further down William Street, but it resulted in the same net loss of one car park. There is plenty of parking on the street and in the private car parking area adjacent, and that was also the feedback we got from those businesses is that they weren't overly concerned because there was adequate parking within the area. With that, happy to take any questions.
Do we have anything there? No. No. I was going to ask whether the optometrists can't see the bus stop. Is it?
Well, ironically, it's slightly to the side of the building, so they probably can't see it in front of them.
Oh, that's the problem, not ours. Thank you. Right. Well, I'll put that recommendation. We have a kind of mover. Councillor Hughes to move that. Our senator. Second, we've said no hands. Do we need anyone paying? No. Anyone?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, I said. Yeah, thank you. Yes, please. With any discussion on the Kaiapoi bus?
No, it's a pragmatic solution to buses coming in and trying to park in that area, so.
No commentary offered from the mover or anything from the seconder? No? All right. Well, let's keep the bus moving. We'll call for approval for that motion. All those voting say aye. All those against? Carried. Thank you. Questions, understanding orders? We have none I'm aware of. No, I'll see you notified. Any urgent general business? No. Okay. Next meeting of the District Planning and Regulation Committee will be held on 16 July 2024. And at that point, I will call the meeting to a close at 1:20 p.m. by that time.